everybody, I'm Jenny with Table for Decor, and I'm here to kind of talk to you again a little bit about the wedding industry and some of the things that go on that sometimes brides aren't totally aware of. This actually has a little bit to do with costing today and how we price our items. Here in Rapid City, we're generally consistently the least expensive rental company in town. We have a massive selection, as you can see. Here's our linens back here. I love the linens. But anyway, we have lots of centerpieces and various other things for you. But what we like to do is, I'd like to talk a little bit about advertising, I guess, specifically, because advertising, as you guys understand, any business out there is generally doing some sort of advertising, whether it's in print, whether it's on TV, whether it's a billboard. It's a good thing to do advertising when you're in business. We have always been fortunate enough that we don't generally do a ton of advertising, and as we've seen the wedding industry in Rapid City grow, we've seen more and more expectations for advertising, more and more places that people want us to invest in the advertising. And one thing that I think can sometimes be somewhat unique to this business that brides don't always understand is the brochures that you get from the hotels. These two are actually, we don't pay to be in these, and they're places that we love to work, Custer State Park and Alice Johnson. But a lot of times we see the hotels and the caterers and other people, they want us to pay to be in their magazine. And they're going to have a menu for you to pick up or something, and then on the back page they'll have vendors in there that generally might have paid to participate. But what we find out, and the thing is that if we had to advertise in every business, let's just say that there was 10 places that wanted us to advertise, each at an average of $150. And you might go, well, that's not a huge amount of money, $1,500. Yeah, well, that can be true to a certain extent, but then when you take into consideration that we might be doing bridal fairs 2 or 3 times a year at generally an average cost of $1,000 to $1,200 once you have labor and once you have the fee and all the other stuff involved in it. We might be doing some print advertising that again is going to be $1,500, $2,000, and the one that we generally advertise in is the Black Hills Bride, because it fits in your purse, and the nice thing about this is we only have to advertise one time, versus like in some of these other magazines that have such things that come out every couple months. This again is not reaching our specific audience, it's reaching South Dakota, so we don't know how much that's affecting the people here. That can build up a cost. So generally, in order to keep our prices down, we do have a tendency to stay a little bit under the radar as far as advertising goes. And I think that when you're doing this, it's always kind of important to think about, get the opinions of your vendors, because and ask them, like when you recommend somebody in your magazine, did they pay to be recommended, or are you recommending them because they actually do a really good job? Same with some of the magazines. Like if you look at some of these magazines, you'll discover that the people that are generally being listed as experts or being listed as the best vendors or whatever are the ones that are paying to be advertising in those things. And not that they shouldn't pay and not that they shouldn't get rewarded for that, but at the same time, you want to see the level of work of the person that you're hiring. And for us, we can have all these magazines sitting around here, or we can have these books that are our portfolio that show, 13 years of business, 13 years of decorating jobs. We've done more than 400 decorating jobs, everything custom, everything built to you. So I think that it's just always really important when you're hiring your vendors and when you're looking for quality people to be asking the right questions, which is, how did they get there? What is being promoted by that group of people? Is it just because this person paid $150 to have their name listed, or is it because this venue has experience with them, or this DJ or this photographer knows them and knows the quality of work and knows that they're going to be able to get the job done on time, that they're going to have the inventory to do it? So, again, not that we are against advertising, but we just find, basically, I'd rather take my money and buy cool new stuff, so rather than advertise. But that's just me. And we do really want to make sure, we understand how expensive a wedding can be and the sticker shock of all these things, so we really do want to make sure that we have the best quality stuff at the most reasonable prices, and be the rental company and the design company that really works here. So that's our new thing is, we're kind of the best kept secret in Rapid City weddings right now, and you should come find us, see how we can help you, see what we can do for you. You can come in here, play around on our table, got centerpieces, you can pull stuff off the walls, do anything you want here. So I hope to see you, and come find us.